Today, another world leader made the trip to Washington. Just last week, Carney was officially elected the Prime Minister of Canada. And during a meeting in the White House today with U.S. President Trump, he reaffirmed that cooperation between the United States and Canada is key, as Canada, as he describes it, is the United States' largest customer. He expressed support for the current economic partnership in which the U.S. and Canada have intertwined economies. But he also said that Canada has some work to do with regard to building up its own defense.
My government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership, and I'll say this as well, that the President has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
One point of contention between the two is over comments that the President has continued to make about making Canada the 51st state.
You know, as a real estate developer, I'm a real estate developer at heart. When you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler, just a straight line right across the top of the country. When you look at that beautiful formation, when it's together. I'm a very artistic person, but when I looked at that beauty, I said that's the way it was meant to be. But I do feel it's much better for Canada.
But Carney stood firm in saying that that will not happen, that Canada is property that isn't up for sale. And this was a large part responsible for Carney becoming the Prime Minister officially, because voters wanted someone who could stand up to the President on this matter.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace, that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign, last several months. It's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
And even to begin his press conference after meeting with the President, Carney said this.
President Trump and I met today as leaders of two sovereign, independent nations.
Sovereign nations. Canada's sovereignty was certainly, as I mentioned, an issue in this past election. Here's a little bit of what President Trump had to say regarding some of the things that Carney had brought up, including that mutual economic benefit, as well as security for Canada.
This is a very friendly conversation, but we want to make our own cars. We don't really want cars from Canada. And we don't want steel from Canada because we're making our own steel and we're having massive steel plants being built right now as we speak. We really don't want Canadian steel, and we don't want Canadian aluminum and various other things because we want to be able to do it ourselves. I must say Canada is stepping up the military participation.
Both say they intend to continually meet in the future to hash out these issues and continue a dialogue about the future of the U.S.-Canada relationship. Reporting in Toledo, Ohio, I'm Jaden Jefferson.